Hello guys, we're live at the Kaine show and today is
Girls Time.
You know how we do it, you know how we do it.
That we give you the juicy and what's popping. This is the show where two beautiful ladies sit down and talk about what's trending and what is new. So talking about what is new? What do you have for us today, ID?
So guys, if you are just joining for the first time, my name is ID and
I'm Alison.
And today we're going to be having a lot of fun. If you have not yet subscribed, we're wrong now. Like, it makes sense. Please do go ahead, subscribe, like, share, and comment.
Yep.
So down to the business of today, we actually received a mail.
Yes.
And this person was actually like basically talking about the experience. It was so funny and said, why not share it? Yeah. So now the guy said, my wife has been disturbing me to follow her to a French church. According to her, the man sees and performs miracles. I refused, and for days my wife began carrying face for me, like giving him silent treatment. Baby, what's wrong with our church? I asked her one day. She said, the man will see something for us.
Oh, their own church, the man will see something.
I don't understand. And I was like, something like, what are we looking for? She said I should stop questioning her and just come along. I agreed to follow her and her friend to the church. I was rocking these earrings my wife bought for me, and a week before she had plaited my afro to this new style young boys normally carry. But then I forgot my wedding ring, and so I started hiding my finger because I knew if my wife found out I forgot my wedding ring, but not my earrings again, I am finished. Luckily, she didn't even notice, and so after a few hours of worship and praise, the pastor climbed the pulpit, and after jumping up and down, he looked directly at me for some seconds and pointed at me. My wife and her friend eyes lit up in excitement, and both of them nudged me up and asked me to go outside. Go where? Did they ask me to come out? I asked them. Then they told me that's how it operates. Once he points at you, you immediately run out because he has seen something for you. Reluctantly, I went out and stood at the altar where one of the ushers asked me to, and everyone started clapping. Okay? The pastor left me standing there. He started preaching and shouting while I stood there in front of the church waiting. After almost 20 minutes of standing, I turned and started walking back to my seat, but I saw my wife and her friend frantically waving their hands at me to go back. Then one usher ran and asked me to please wait for the pastor to release me. Release me? Am I under arrest?
It's not perfect.
Next thing, the pastor turned to me and said, I am possessed with a prideful spirit. And I even have a spiritual wife. So he said, that's why I'm not yet married. Okay. He said, he looked at him and said, that's a lie, pastor, because it's actually my wife that invited me here. Then he pointed to his wife in the congregation.
Okay.
He said, so that one busted. The cover was blown.
I wonder how the pastor reacted.
He said the pastor did not even flinch, like he wasn't bothered.
He has done it before.
So instead he smiled and said, he knows I'm married. Someone that say that's why.
Someone that say you're not married now knows.
He said he knows I'm married. And if I don't change my ways and cut my hair, remove the earrings and start living a holy life, more girls will give birth for him.
Hey.
I told him that my wife don't have kids here and no woman has a baby for me. He said he's not talking about physical women.
Okay.
That I have spiritual kids for my spiritual wife, and if I don't change, I will have more spiritual children.
Voila.
I told him as long as I'm not responsible for their upkeep, it's fine. He said, just scatter. Just scatter.
I cannot see the children, I cannot see the mothers.
I swear.
They can fend for themselves.
As long as I'm not responsible for their upkeep. He said that was how my wife ran and came to carry me from the altar. I started apologizing to me for bringing me to the false prophet. What do you have to say about this? It's shock. It's shock, my people.
What do you have to say about this?
The experience is red.
I think one thing I want to say is that I'm really grateful that the wife did not conclude and say, oh, my husband, so you have other side chicks.
You have other side chicks. Like that. So you have
she was not completely sold out to the false prophet. But the guy said, had some cool, he was able to respond. And some church members, after all these things, they will still stay and still come to church.
Definitely.
And this pastor is probably experienced, you know what? He knows that in case I get that wrong, I was just twisted like this. If you say he doesn't have children, I will say it's spiritual children. But this is just really crazy that things like this happen. And I think I've had one experience, not me, but somebody that a friend, that he and his brother, they went to church together. So he was dressed somehow that day, and his brother was just dressed cool and collected because their mom forced them to dress that certain way. So now his brother is the stubborn child, while him is the good child. That's how it is. So the man now, because of the way he was dressed, said, you're a stubborn child that have seen a prophecy that you're going to smoke and you're going to drink. If you don't change, that you don't listen to your mother, you don't do this. And he knows that this one is a good boy, his future is bright. Based on the observations like this, my friend was just laughing. I don't know why all this false prophet and all of this is just happening a lot. It's making
signs of the end.
Signs of end time.
Honestly, guys, what I'll just say is you guys should be safe out there, man. A lot of things are happening. Be wise. Know God for yourself, obviously. So just be wise. We're not standing against any pastor. We don't know how it goes. We don't know if they are seeing vision. Maybe it's true. Maybe we don't know. We really don't know. But the food for thought today is that you guys should be safe out there. Be careful, be safe out there, and make sure you do not get carried away easily. What are you looking for? Like the husband asked, what
are we going to see?
Yes, what do you want him to see? What are you looking for? Most of us, nothing is wrong with us, nothing is wrong with our life. We just keep looking for problems with our own hands. We always want to believe it's one family member that is doing us or one this thing. You understand? With all those kind of prophecies. So guys, stay out there, stay safe out there. I think that will be all for now.
That's all for today.
Yeah, thank you
let
so
us
much.
Know what you think, and if you had similar experiences, just let us know in the